I was informing more kwaba. I Tech in tree. Meeting the Soft original. Na ene series I babe kasafa hono eye on how you can become a mobile app developer. Roadmap no and saying. I mean, kwan ben so na befa so abeba be a mobile app developer. I know say wonder say mobile app development na say na tie na mpo no AI na aba no ebetumi aba be replace developers obi dream say obetumi the AI a build it on one kasankasa ni mobile app ohia so obesua mobile app development hu nim die bia na well ni nyina ka ho bi enti na ene me ne wo ahia e wa hai hye no so say ye be build a mobile application using the language Dart with the SDK Flutter and only idea ye ba be use na ye be change from the absolute scratch. Technically, you don't need any experience to get started. All you have to do is say, smash the subscribe button, no, let me a follow no so, let me be anya kama. So I show me what TikToker, follow me what my new account way so. And yes, also now show me what YouTuber, subscribe to me YouTube channel, no. Let me a notification bell icon no so, let me be so into me anya kama. Well, now mobile app development, the idea. On say WhatsApp, Telegram, Instagram now. Mobile or my phone so no application so ade biara o phone need to me run biara no application kwan ben so na yefa so ayeye no right iti eno ne ade a ye ba be hwe ne yesua ho ade ene now ye share what is the roadmap to building a mobile app development and what are the preferred languages ye be use ama bibian so aye kama ade ba ko e wo so wo hye nso ne say ye be use flutter.dev o de call flutter.dev e de wo be ba flutter na flutter ye google dia flutter google dia google na share that to ne bo a build this framework bi to back up a Dart language echidom we mu nyina ye neoma you have to know ebetumi abo so ye be use flutter for the designing ni ye use Dart for the backend inti ni nyina no e wo se wo hye no so yie pa na okọ flutter.dev bibi sei na de be ma wo de emane how emane nye wutiri mu see one time bia na emom no ade ba ko e wo se wo hye no so na say flutter open source I mean a open source framework I de build a beautiful and native compiled multi-platform application from a single code base meaning say make me build a website with Flutter. Make me build a mobile application with Flutter. Make me build a desktop software with Flutter. Make me build a Neoma Bibre with Flutter using one code base. Inti ko flutter.dev. Na kona ko read a lot about Flutter. Ubon se Flutter no integration Bibre. But me implement Google Maps. Add mobs, Firebase, and also with me at Apple App Store and a Play Store. But idea about me person will share so part say available for multiple platforms. Because multiple platforms are made patch say ube to me build it for Android and I say iOS. Ube to me so build it for website send me can and I ube to me so build it for Windows, Mac OS and a Linux application. We more and a Flutter special. I will be to me use. So you can Flutter a language and as I say a framework they build the structure of the system and I say the skeleton of the system. So see a case Flutter itself on says build it website in your example say build a website who use HTML CSS now they are building which is the skeleton of the website now the JavaScript amano some basic functionalities I bema website now much more catchy right now we are the PHP and I say Python and I say any other language be I in a backend a bema function no ayejuma. So the same thing applies to mobile app development. Say mobile app development in Imono. So build the app. na sɛ app no woyɛ design bi the button to hɔ nom a ɛyɛ Flutter SDK no ɛna ɛbɛma wo kwan ama watumi ahyehyɛ those buttons ne bibia kama paa na atumi aboa na mmom sɛ wopɛ sɛ womia button no so na ɛyɛ adwuma bi a then you need adeɛ bi yɛfrɛ no Dart na Dart na tumi afunction button na womia so no na adwuma de ama wo. So in other words, Dart is the back end of Flutter. Flutter is the SDK. The skeleton of the application now we're building. The design no send ye tieni bibiano a Flutter and a yes adian. But ye share ne chidom ne backbone nankasankasana eno and a ye Dart no. Na senkra na Dart net ye. Yen share Dart na ho asem kakra. Now Dart was so called dartpad.dev and I said dart.dev. So called dart.dev. Ebema o official website. Omo no omo bo Flutter chidi dom. Inti osha that very flexible. So what the Dart build system be a very powerful and that the official language yedema Flutter. Emano etumi yeye. Inti before we even start all this fancy stuff no. What are the road maps ehu hia? Se ube tumi ehu ansana what tumi aba be ye mobile app developer na say what tumi start ya build Flutter applications. First thing first, you will learn the basics of Dart. TNE. Learn the basics of Dart. Now, learn the basics of Dart now, which is the first one. There were two branches, one on the left and one on the right. Right? The one on the left, and then it will first section. What's it? Now, what shall on say? One of on the left, ya show Dart pad. Sa Dart pad no, that is the first thing was to me. At the cry what is it? Idea juma to me. So looking at that Dart pad no, any day. Well, yan sha de bi wa Dart pad no, any sa idea we. When your friend of Dart pad, on so baha, watch try that in browser, and on your friend of Dart pad. So technically, that part no, Emma will come out to me test codes. A browser without installing any SDK, without even installing Flutter on your computer. You got it. So, Saba Pepena roadmap here. Now, unyenya access to that part you have to learn variables. I will say who built-in types are a war. I will say who functions. I also operators. I also control flow statements, if statements, do while, do until. Ni na I also answer na we are where we that part no. One barber share kwanya ube to me so na when you install a Flutter, computer so. And on your friend say setting up development environment. Ube to me use Flutter CLI. And also ube to me I find it the normal ways na de install it. In no time no yere kasa de afa ho. Ebiem oba after say we install it software na wie no. You need something called the IDE. Integrated Development Environment. Now, sa IDE your VS Code, your Android Studio and your IntelliJ IDE. We mu nyina ye SDKs. We mu nyina ye IDEs. Ehu be hia se ube hunu now what choose a mobile coin or the build your applications no. Now what you mean yes ideas na we no. Yanko back to set up development environment. Now on the right side, no say you are be a friend of widget. Widgets need very important, bro. Say when to me and tell widget asia to me build the app no. In widget, we won't say you were 3 branches. One, your stateless widget, stateful widget, styled widget. And so now we material widget, and a Cupertino widget. Nina become don't worry cry. Now, osaba back to widget no now saneba down. Ubon say you were working assets. And I say working with assets. Ewo. And now about working with assets anymore. Your version control system abe use Git and in other words, I was saying who send is if I use GitHub. What the American baby ya when you see one time and how. That is why me waha. Me ne will ever go through now what to me up in year pa. Now first what designing principles, which is dependency injection, design patterns, solid principles, and OOP. Ni nyina no design principles na se. Ye betumi ahwe. So, adia me recommend ya ma o ene se sua ne kese ne se ko flutter.dev na kona ko sua more, read more about Flutter. Try to understand to get to know how it really works. Then after that no waba no waba be sua eye that part wabi ready e ho komo kakra na bibia nso atumi aye kama pa. Right, inti abusiafo, that is it for today. Now, one thing you probably have to know is Rome was never built in a day. So you need step-by-step guide, and that is why I am here. So for you not to miss any of this edition, if you are watching me from TikToker, go to my bio and I say go YouTube. Now search for Tech in Tree. Tech in Tree. Ubehu channel no ho. So wo hwem go YouTube nso na won subscribe ya. Subscribe to this channel. Your channel we so pe and your chill programming e wo twi mo. Until then, on our next video, you better share how I basically use that part and you actually some basic codes be. Now when you bet ho keke. Edi share me. Oh, my next video. Me that's it.